Are they raisin cookies?
Nope, chocolate chip.
Hello RBB viewers and viewers of Halo Machinima. Welcome back to EK Reviews. Today we'll be covering probably the best Reference Blue fan project ever. Too damn cool, I mean Avalanche. At the time of editing the Crying Cicada video, I had caught up with the show since Season 1, and so far, Season 2 hits. Don't worry, I'm not specifically talking about Season 2. I'm gonna go over everything. This project is honestly amazing. Oh, also, instead of saving it for the end, what Machinima do you want us, me, to cover next? Also, if there's any sort of information or anything that I pronounce wrong in this video, please feel free to comment down below to correct me. The Machinima! Avalanche, as in the idea, was created by Samuel Alexander, initially concept dating back to 2014-2015 Machinima series Too Damn Cold. But I'll get to the history. I want to talk about Avalanche as its current status. This Reference Blue fan project is, of course, based on the popular web series by Rooster Teeth, Red vs. Blue, a comedy action which later brings in drama, much like the original RVB did. We follow soldiers in, the middle of a location, parted into two teams, Red and Blue, following formats like Red vs. Blue, even having influenced plot points, gags, and jokes. However, with that said, Avalanche stands as its own as an original fan project. While yes, sliding itself right into the Red vs. Blue timeline, the plot of which is being explored more so in Season 2, it began, as far as I can guess and assume, was inspired by the Sidewinder Outpost. That's where it takes place. Don't worry, I'll get into the characters and lore in a bit. Like I said earlier, Too Damn Cold, the 2014 version, was the OG series based on this idea, which, while still fairly charming, definitely didn't compare with what it is now. Several characters, practically all, would eventually return to Avalanche, if not having some character updates in personality and story. Created by Spartan Zeus 93, who I can assume is Samuel Alexander, common sense kinda says that, Too Damn Cold was like a sorta testing the waters, which Samuel considered having as his own on his own channel, but decided to post it on Blue Flame Studios, who is / primarily run by Tanner Charnaka? I am so sorry, please do not yell at me. I'm American, we suck at foreign names. Tan Man, also called, is the creator of Blue Flame Studios, and later on, with forgotten origins of how they met.
So how did you both meet?
That's actually kind of funny, because I have no idea how we met.
It's a
we
topic
think
we've
it's
talked about a lot.
Samuel merged with Blue Flame Studios, in which Too Damn Cold Legacy was the initial release, as far as I know. It got only 3 episodes and a short, but still proved to be a core experiment, which expanded and readapted into the Sidewinder Chronicles. Or was it called Blue vs. Red, the Sidewinder Chronicles? Either way, this was essentially another take of this idea, a Halo 5 Machinima, in which got 9 episodes and was actually pretty good, remotely better than Too Damn Cold Legacy. But then after several other Machinimas and content, the third time's the charm. Actually, Sidewinder had 2 other versions?
So the version after the original Too Damn Cold, Sidewinder Chronicles version 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think there's 4, no, maybe 3. There's 3 versions of that one on the Halo 5.
And we got from 2021 to present day, Too Damn Cold, which was renamed to Avalanche for the sake of the YouTube algorithm, and honestly works for its marketing, as the map they used it on is called Avalanche, which I would have played for this video, but there's no Avalanche map on Gary's Mod, not that I saw under 20 seconds of searching. It's still running. Season 1 got 10 episodes, and we're on Season 2, and it's amazing. I think when it came out, even episode 0, it brought back a charm and a vibe of which people were looking for. There have been many RVB fan projects over the years, and I think Avalanche was the only one to actually recreate that feel. Especially as, maybe not 100% too, was also a sort of Red vs. Blue Zero protest. It seemed like to be a joke, but people were disappointed by that season. They could have found Avalanche just about that time and fell in love with it. Small tangent, I actually dislike when shows or whatever have a episode 0. Avalanche is kick-ass. Episode 0 premiered on May 19th, 2021. My first narrative machinima actually came out 4 days later, lol, in which we got the rest of Season 1 over the span of a year, and ended with a cliffhanger teasing what's to come in Season 2. But let's talk about the characters. Ever since Episode 0, our core characters, at least those on Red Team, are shown and they are already likable. Stevens, Pearson, Jones, and Jerry. They're funny, their chemistry, right from the get-go is already there. They have a history, not just because they said it. Inspirations are pretty clear, like how Jerry is identical to Donut, Jones is like Griff, and Peterson is fairly like Simmons. I'm sorry, let me dance off this lip struggle. I'm never calling that again. That was terrible. But at their core, they're original. They're merely influenced by those of the 01 Reds. The same can be said about the blue team. Ford is much like Church, and Benny is like Caboose. However, several differences proclaim them to be their own, so don't start that shit. Ford is also a pervert, sort of like a Tucker, and Benny, despite his personality, is actually smart as hell. Proper Sarge technical skill set sort of thing. It's honestly such a nice change, one of which the Too Damn Cold Legacy needed. And like the Reds and Blues, we have more to see. Freelancers. Well, mostly the one, Agent California, voiced by the amazing Valkanix. Valkanix. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I would just say Val. Who is also the composer of Avalanche's original soundtrack. Lads of Blue Flame. Can we get a video of the soundtrack? Maybe even Spotify? Please! Her work is so good, we explore her story for a time, looking for data and such. However, her mission is also tied into Sidewinder Outpost 09, where our Reds and Blues are located. We'll see more towards the end of the Season 1 and majority in Season 2. Aside from her, we also meet Dr. Lady. Yes, that's her name. And I like it. Which is super cool because we first meet her as she's helping Walter Henderson. You know, this guy from Reference Blue Season 6? Yeah, punks. This is about a time where we get the gist of the fan project. Specifically, its timing. The Recollection, Season 6 to 8. Aside from the Chorus Trilogy and the Shiznu Trilogy, the Recollection is also one of my favorites, as it's primarily Halo 3. Season 1 ends with a cliffhanger, introducing a character who returned for Season 2, Rocketeer. Well, actually, he wasn't publicly referred to that at the time, he was just credited as Rebel. I have to admit, even before I watched Season 2, I really liked the character. Those insurrectionist characters I fucking love. The black-red armor, the story of them, I just love them. Now, here comes a quote-unquote hot topic. Rocketeer is important. While his origin isn't very clear, we did get a flashback which takes place during Season 9. Correct me on that. Just listen to me on this. The direction seems to almost switch to him. Not counting him as a major character would be criminal. We still follow the Reds and Blues, Agent California, and a new friend. But Mr. Jetboots just carries the project now. The last episode ended with him doing something, blowing the place up, stealing data. It's been a while now since I've watched that, but I'm sure I'll be watching it as I'm editing this video. So if there's any sort of corrections to make on screen, I'll put it on screen. What he's doing is definitely important, and it makes me think it will lead to some big outcome. A character's death, freelancer stuff, his death? Plus, to add things to the equation, while I'm not someone who does a lot of research towards the actors of things, Rocketeer's voice actor, Sneaky Shadow, seems like a really cool dude. That, and we'll get to hear him once more in Life is a Table spin-off's Turncoat. Life is a Table will get its own video, I promise. To really finish things off, fucking watch Avalanche. Whether you're a Reference Blue fan or not, it's so good, and I believe it serves to be the best Reference Blue fan project ever made, and probably will be for a long time. I'm thinking of covering the adventures of Fireteam Zeta, as that was the first request I got and that I've seen, but never watched the last episode. I need to catch up, and then I'll start writing the review out, okay? Alright, thank you guys for watching, and please keep up to date with EK Empire's reviews. Subscribe. With that bell, you'll keep up to our future episodes and all of our other content. It would be so cool to continue this, so please support us. Like and comment your own thoughts or recommendations. I'll see you viewers in the next one. An Empire Rises. Dude. Yeah. Yeah, go Mr. Freeman. Go Miss... Hello?